Right.
W's and L's, the weekly recap show where we give a dub to the things that we like and an L to the things that we don't.
We got L's this week.
Damn.
We got L's. First L we got. Start out with PlayStation. So, on another continuous reminder that physical media is always the way to go if possible, and why anybody still buying content on streaming services is a moron. I'm going to say that with love because we need to halt it. We need to halt it. We need everyone to understand the farce. I would call it theft. I would call it theft because you're selling me the idea that I own this content, and you certainly don't have any control to say that.
Facts.
Or to even advertise it that way.
I'm fully aware of that, and yet I'm still one of those
If
people.
you are still buying media on streaming buying media on streaming services, you slow.
Buying games.
Anything.
I am one of those people. I buy games.
Video games is kind of hard to argue against it because the physical disc is meaning less and less these days.
And it's just so much more convenient to buy the game instead of going to GameStop where there are no GameStops anymore.
Music and movies, come on, man. What are you doing?
Yeah,
what are you doing?
That's a little different.
All right, so PlayStation is deleting over 500 purchased movies in its customers' accounts. This includes films like Terminator 2, Rambo, Apocalypse Now, Hot Fuzz, and Moonlight.
Damn.
It came after a licensing deal ended.
Bro.
So again,
refund me my money.
That's anything. That's any of those TV shows that's on PlayStation Network.
Oh yeah.
That's like, but it goes. It's doubly for Amazon and all that shit too. They are paying licensing deals for the opportunity to sell you a movie that they may not own in the next 10 years. That they will have to renegotiate the terms of service for at some point in the future. So the idea of you buying anything from them is a fucking farce.
No, but I bought. Therefore, I should still retain ownership even through your licensing because you as a company that's licensing the movie to them, you made money. Mm-hmm. So I should still own.
But they always were making money because they're making money off the monthly subscription. So why? First of all, if I'm paying you a monthly subscription, why should I have to buy anything on this site anyways? Let's just start there.
Sure.
Secondly, the idea that they are selling you something that's not physical and holding it for you in perpetuity is the drunkest way of explaining a sale I've ever heard of in my life. Hey, I'm going to sell you something, but I'm going to just hold it here in my pocket. But you can use it whenever you want.
Every company and corporation has become obsessed with subscription-based and recurring transactions because it guarantees continued money for them.
And when it's through the subscription, I can understand it, and it feels like a fair line of commerce. When you're telling me that you're going to sell me a movie, right, that I own, it's just going to be here in the digital library on your streaming service in perpetuity. That sounds retarded. That sounds like, hey, I'm going to sell you a house. Only I'm going to be the steward over the house, but I'm going to still give you the keys and stuff to live in it. But whenever I need to come in here and do any maintenance or anything like that or show it or appraise it, I'm going to just come through and do it because it's still under my tutelage. It's still under my, not my tutelage, under my stewardship. I'm going to sell you a house and still remain the executor of the house. Huh? What? Yep. Stop buying me. Go find the physical media if you can find it. Hit up all the thrift stores. Hit up all the secondhand stores. The repair stores sometimes have a lot of DVDs and VHSs and stuff. Man, go find this physical media, man. Stop buying these, especially these older movies. Stop buying these older movies from them. Rent them or don't spend any money on them at all. Because that's all you're doing when you're buying anyways. It's just a longer term rental. Until one day they scrape it from their library because they need the storage or whatever the fuck. It's run its life. They don't think they're getting any more money off of it, so they delete it.
I say, instead of hating on them, we adopt their model. We say, All of our content is members only.
You can buy the podcast.
All of our content is members only. Right? And then every now and then we'll dole out some free content to y'all. But everything else, live streams, all the segments and everything is members only. You have to pay for it. And whenever we don't like one of our takes, we'll just delete it. And y'all never see it again.
The takes that you buy.
Yeah. Yep. Facts. We need to get on the subscription-based model.
I don't think it'll last.
Kidding, guys.
Anywho.
Relax in the chat.
Becky Hammon is getting the L for dying on the shortest hill.
Literally.
Dying on the short man's hill. But listen, look, Becky, I understand that from a NBA perspective, size is better, right? Height wise, Jesus Christ.
I didn't say anything.
Your eyes went berserk
because I was like,
you got so excited.
I was like, hey yo, pause.
Yeah, you got so excited. Listen, I said something about size. This man said, oh my God,
didn't happen.
I'm titillated. Oh my God,
I didn't smile. I didn't go.
Smirked and your eyes got big.
I went.
Hey man, go touch some grass, brother.
That's crazy.
Relax. We need to go bring the hose in out back.
Perp said pause. I didn't say pause.
Perp's from Jersey. You putting yourself in league with niggas from Jersey now?
I didn't say pause.
You fucking with them Jersey niggas now?
Somebody else said pause too. Who else said pause? Somebody else said pause. I can't see it from here.
Watch, it's probably from across the lake.
Oh,
it's probably them London bruffs.
It was Stamina, but he didn't say pause. He's just laughing.
Oh, okay. All right. My bad. I retract my statement. Anywho, where were we at? Becky Hammon dying on the short man's hill. So she doesn't want to take her statement back, nor does she want to. She doesn't want to apologize. He's a dog. He's the exception. Listen, man, stop making broad proclamations. It takes nothing to get and add a caveat or two. It takes nothing to be like, oh, but he can be better. Like you stood down on they need a big player. That they were not going to win because Jalen Brunson was their big player. You stood on that. You didn't generalize it. You didn't say Jalen Brunson can, but generally you don't. No, you stood on it. So be wrong on it. What's
Not to mention she gave caveats when she said it originally. It was Steph Curry
and Isaiah Thomas.
Thomas. So yeah, Steph Curry is the best shooter in the league, or best shooter in history.
Probably ever, yeah.
But Isaiah Thomas
is probably the best direct connection you have to the modern day Jalen Brunson.
It's almost as if you have to prove that you're that dog, and sure enough, Jalen Brunson proved it.
I didn't like that she left the door closed. Becky Hammon is not a tall woman by woman standards, so I'm thinking about her playing days and how people would have naturally ostracized her, like, oh, well, she a shrimp, maybe she's a shooter, but she ain't nothing in here. Like, so coming from a short player's perspective, you would think that she would at least leave the door open and not be like, all right, it's not a total rebuke of short players. I'm just saying, more times than not, it doesn't work out. No, nigga, you stood 10 toes down on Jalen Brunson cannot. Yeah. So be as wrong as you were about being headstrong about that take. No one forced you to be that strong about it. You chose it. Wear it.
Not for nothing, Allen Iverson was also very small. And granted, he didn't win a ring, but Kobe and Shaq had to stop him from winning a ring.
Facts.
And he took a garbage team. Well, they weren't garbage. Eric Snow.
I can't remember two players off that team. Eric Snow and Mutombo.
Yeah, I was going to say Dikembe Mutombo.
Yeah.
Just saying. They can do it. I don't know why that was the hill she decided to die on.
And then double down on and after the fact as well. Like, I don't get it. You remember them SeaWorld concerts it was putting on?
Yin Yang Twins.
Yeah, man. They having a good old time, man. Fat Joe was out there. He had one.
Flocka.
Waka Flocka Flame was out there. You know what I'm saying? OJ the Juice Man, I think, had a little performance out there. It was lit. It's lit at the San Diego SeaWorld. Full-blown concerts. This is dope.
People were enjoying themselves.
Until a certain somebody rolled in. put a damper on the mood. Everybody's sitting down, perturbed, bad, just bad energy being spread over there by a dancing leprechaun up there in the front.
If you know how to do it, let me see you do it. Let's go. 1, 2, let's go. Rock with it, 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 rock with it. Now, girl, get it poppin'. Yeah, I'm a pro. Look, I'm far from a rookie. Girl, get your pretty self over here. Give me the goods. Not to that rain. Go, roll. Go, pop, go. Like a go. Wait, this kid here all about stacking up. Talk big, this shit, and I saw what you do with y'all guys, but he don't work. For the day to the night, say what you like. Say the light, homie, living the light. And I gotta say, keep it hot. It's like good to the truck, but I'm right good. 20s.
All the bigging up I did for Columbus, and now.
Well, no, we were bigging up rappers who big up Columbus and rep Columbus from the time that they was in Columbus to now. Never stopped. Never had to be bullied into doing so.
And went to a crew game.
Anywho, yeah, no, Shad Moss did not have the best time at SeaWorld in his last events. We are very saddened by that. You know, we always hope the best for Shad and hope that he's doing well and enjoying his life in his hometown of Atlanta, Georgia, and
yikes,
just thriving. So
first of all,
we were very saddened to see that his SeaWorld performance didn't go all that great.
First of all, that's your cousin, so you should.
That's not my cousin.
That's your cousin.
That's not my cousin.
Second of all,
how you my cousin? He from Atlanta. I'm from Columbus, bro.
He was here first.
No. He from Atlanta. Atlanta.
He was here for the Gus Smacker.
Everybody know now what I'm trying to do. down, loud.
No, he was here for the Gus Smacker. He had a Browns jersey.
Everybody know
which
now
isn't even
what I'm
Columbus.
trying to do.
No, he has a redemption opportunity though.
Does he?
Tiny Desk coming up, combined with BET for the award show. I think
They're doing a Bow Wow Tiny Desk. That'd
Yep.
be interesting.
Yep. So as long as he doesn't fuck up like Omarion, he should be all right for the redemption.
Gonna be in there. Atlanta.
That's crazy. Bow got mistaken for a penguin is crazy. Not the Prince of the O-Town, aka Baby T.I. Baby T.I. is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, dog. I mean, he's Prince of something.
The O-Town.
Ooh.
I've never.
But you gotta spend some time here to,
I've never called Columbus the O-Town.
Yeah, I don't know what the O-Town is. He thinks he's the Prince of Ohio?
No, the O-Town. Is there even? There has to be a city that starts with O.
Ohio City.
Yes, he's the Prince of Ohio City.
Yeah.
So is Lotto, Princess of Ohio City. She lived there for sure.
Coshocton.
All right. Anything else?
By way of her Coshocton mother. Yes. Yeah. All good.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. First off, for my dubs, I will give a dub to Marcus if he can complete this and say yes to any of these questions or any of these things that I questioned him about. We're gonna play a game. Is Marcus too unk for the 2026 XXL freshman cover?
Man, what?
Let's see how unk Marcus is. I'm not unk. He's unk.
What is the parameters here?
I'm going to ask you about these 2026 freshmen.
After you've had a time to research them and find out who they are.
No, I knew who some of them were before.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I'll honestly tell you who I heard before and a couple who I researched after. Mm-hmm. I'll be honest, but I know some of them. So let's see how unk Marcus is when it comes to these XXL freshmen. All you got to do is say yes or no when I ask you about any of these artists. You don't have to explain or anything. Lareezy.
No.
Slayer.
Nope.
So Camo.
Also, you just giving me names. Like, I haven't heard any of the songs. Maybe I've heard one of their songs or something like that.
Nope, you haven't.
Okay.
Trap Dicky.
Trap Dicky?
Yep. I'll take that as a no.
No.
Belly Gang Cushington.
Okay. Yeah. Belly Gang. I heard Belly Gang out of Belly Gang is out of he be fucking with he be doing the shit with what's her name?
Hey, first of all, Belly Gang, amazing rap name.
Crazy,
as a big man, I'm Belly Gang
sure. He delivers on it too. You feel me?
Does he?
Yeah.
Is that the only feature that you can think of when it comes to Belly Gang Cushington?
Yeah, man.
Okay, we'll talk about that later. Chris Patrick.
Oh, Chris.
That's a no.
Yeah, no. You know Chris. That's
Right. No.
His sister used to over at fucking over there at
Yep.
on the east side.
Nope. Actually, funny enough, Chris Patrick's from Jersey.
God damn it! No, Chris Patrick.
Babyface E.
Trying to be Babyface Ray? Who the fuck?
I don't know Babyface E. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. YK Niece. Skrilla. Now,
I actually have heard of Skrilla.
I'm sure you have. Where did you hear Skrilla from?
I don't remember though.
I know exactly where you've heard Skrilla from.
Where?
He is the reason why everybody's saying 6'7".
Ah!
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the 6'7" guy. Trim. We actually reacted to something Trim did not too long ago. Not a song, but something she said. Hurricane Wisdom. And the final one, Miles Minnick. All right. So as you can see, I'm not Unk. He's Unk. All right. Debate ended.
It's not.
Because I know.
I don't think it was fair.
I know Lareezy. I don't know Lareezy's songs. Lareezy has almost been kind of doing the same thing that LaRussell did, and blowing up on social media.
Where did that nigga go? Where did he go?
Heaven.
Is he still on Earth? That nigga still on Earth?
But Lareezy's good with like social media. He does a lot of viral things. I think he might still be independent.
That nigga signed that he signed that Jay-Z deal and went into a closet. Maybe they working on his image. Maybe they was like, all right,
they have to do something after that.
Let this
some kind
heaven
of redemption
sent
story.
Get heaven sent. Like, let it actually be sent to heaven, and then we'll start over.
Facts. Trap Dicky just got signed to TDE, and he has one of the best albums from 2026. I really like his last album that he just dropped in May. Just throwing that out there. Really good album.
Interesting.
Belly Gang Cushington is you probably seen him. White guy, red beard. Not white, but he looks white. Belly Gang Cushington.
Yeah, I told you I know Belly Gang.
Yeah, you didn't say that.
I did too.
You said that, but you didn't mean it.
Yeah, okay, bet.
So, do you think
Nigga
this man should be saying nigga?
No, probably not. No, he looks like a ginger to me. Oh, let me get a
red hair, blue eyes.
He got blue eyes?
White skin.
That's a white man. That's a white man. He got white man freckles.
No, but they've shown his dad multiple times. His dad is black as fuck.
Yeah, no, okay, so he's a biracial who leans. Shit.
He's a
is
logic.
That him? He's holding him.
No.
In the picture.
That's him down there. You didn't even see him. That's kind of crazy. But then that's his dad.
Out of respect.
So he's Logic, basically.
No,
but he throws nigga out there way harder than Logic ever did.
Logic. I'm convinced they picked Logic up and brought him, raised him as they own.
Logic also has a movie where he threw out nigga a couple times and had his dad in it acting stupid. I saw a review of it.
It's funny that like his use of nigga is usually accompanied by like a clip or a reference to his father.
Yeah.
Like, don't forget my dad black.
I didn't hear any of those names until I saw the roster. Yeah, I mean, you know what it is. Bo Robinson, you're Unk. I'm not Unk, though. I'm definitely not Unk. I'm Big Bro at the very least. Just saying.
44-year-old Big Bro.
Definitely not 44 years old.
44-year-old Big Bro.
But it's okay. You're Unk. And it's okay. Just accept that.
Sure.
Shout out to the freshman. I did listen to Chris Patrick from Jersey afterwards. I like a lot of his music. So there are some actual spitters on this list, which is dope. It seems like Double XL is starting to be like, okay, we can't just keep fucking putting absolute nobodies on the cover.
Oh yeah, no, not absolute nobodies.
I think Belly Gang, Cushington, and Trap Dicky
Everybody
have
but my
made
nigga Belly Gang.
Trap Dicky too, bro. That's TDE right there, bro.
Shout out to Trap Dicky, but
All right.
I don't even know. I haven't heard any music from Trap Dicky.
I'm telling you, listen to his last album. It was dope. Trap Dicky and Belly Gang Cushington might be making some of the best trap music out right now. Just saying.
T.I.'s album is underrated.
Did you already listen to Kill the King?
Yeah. Listen to Kill
I'm about to review it.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and go into it. Okay. So T.I.'s album, Kill the King, just came out. And the main thing for me that I got from this album, because I haven't listened to a T.I. album in a couple of albums, but it's just how well he's grown as an artist. Because a lot of times you get these older artists like Lil Wayne and the Carter Six, they can't keep up. They can't keep up, and they can't like produce something that was similar to their older stuff. They're trying so hard to like make it what it used to be. I think T.I. has actually added some things, and that's not something that you see out of a lot of artists. Like when he first came out, it was hardcore trap music. He was able to rap, obviously, and he did pretty well, but like now it's the vocabulary has obviously gotten so much better. He's doing like multi-syllable rhyme schemes. The production has always been on point. Kill the King is actually a really solid fucking album,
right? Like, damn, y'all letting 40-year-olds come out here, lap y'all up, and then be talking about, with hip hop. Like, that, you kind of talked about it. I know we moving on from that, but like, that's what be so telling to me. Is like, at a time where Nas is still rapping at an elite level, T.I. is able to rap at an elite level. Like, this is unheard of. We just don't have 40-year-olds walking around here mopping up young guys.
Facts.
It just doesn't happen. And to see the regression of some of these younger acts that we was leaning on, a couple years ago, Lil Baby, Apollo G, 21, like all of those, that era of rappers has taken a step back. In the unks, as y'all like to say, has revived.
Yeah.
So like when I hear that, I'm like, you just not listening to shit. You not trying to listen to shit. You want to be stuck in that loop of all of that endless same sounding ass bullshit. Mm-hmm. All my friends are dead. I'm so depressed. Give me oxy. Oh, I'm so depressed. Blah blah blah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
This is how I feel. Yeah.
That's insane. I literally listened to this new album from T.I. and I was like, okay, that was really good. And then I went back to listen to trap music and King, or did I listen to Urban Legend? I can't remember. It was one of the other ones. And like, cause I thought I was tripping. I was like, he's never rapped like this before. And so to see the growth is crazy. Again, the vocabulary we've seen grow over time. He didn't always have the vernacular and the what is his main thing that he says? Expeditiously came like midway through his career. But like he's grown, he's doing things that we've never seen him do before. And again, he may have done this in previous albums, but I was asleep. I'll be honest. And in noticing that, I also noticed how there was a lane for him to take, but he took it from another rapper that is not that big. Sci-Hi the Prince is absolutely the rapper that T.I. is right now. Because Sci-Hi has always been rapping with the vocabulary, the multi-syllable. He just didn't have maybe the production behind him, which is crazy because he's behind Kanye. But because T.I. has grown into the rapper he has basically stopped Sci-Hi the Prince from being whatever he was going to be. I think that's interesting. Just throwing that out there. That is the rapper.
Why did it have to be like T.I. had to fall for Sci-Hi to be something?
It like the sound, the production choices, like that is in this album, I heard a Sci-Hi the Prince album, but like it was executed so much better by T.I., if that makes sense. Like everything was executed better. There's better hits on this. There's better production choices. The lyricism is a little bit more wittier and not so like, yeah, I just shitted on y'all with these lyrics. It was more crafted with a little bit more confidence in itself, more so than Sci-Hi's ever pretty much done for me. Which Sci-Hi has great projects, but he's never done something like this. So it's just the similarity between the two artists was very obvious to me. And what T.I. has grown to become, it's like that's what Sci-Hi wanted to be. And I don't mean to take shots at Sci-Hi, but I just noticed it. Also, the only low point really for me on this album is the 2-track run where he made songs to his wife Tiny. And not that they were so bad, but specifically the song with Usher called Gorgeous. Mm-hmm. I don't find it cool to like shit on somebody's wife or how she looks or whatever. But that song felt like, okay, 50 just like basically shitted on my wife for the picture and all this shit. I want to do something to like make sure that publicly we know that like I find her to be gorgeous. And the entire time I'm listening to that song, I could just think of that picture. I feel bad. I feel really bad. But like the entire time you're sitting there telling Tiny she's gorgeous, I'm thinking of that picture. Like you're doing this because he brought that to the public's attention again. So I feel really fucked up for that, I guess. But like, that's what I got from that song.
That's funny.
And I know that's not your intention, but that's what I got from it.
That is fucking hilarious.
Just throwing that out there. Sci-Hi goated. I mean, yeah, he's dope, but I'm telling you, he wants to be T.I. Like that. The album he just came out with, T.I. just came out with, that's what he wants to create.
That ship sailed.
Unfortunately. All right. The song with Usher will be on TikTok with that picture of Tiny, I'm sure. Again, I feel bad. I don't want to talk about a man's wife, but that's what that came from, I feel like.